Hello, everyone. It's Sharon. Long time. Anyway, I'm just going to get straight into this. I'm just going to try and not prattle. I'm going to do a painting, and this is a watercolor and acrylic painting. And I'm in my office, not my studio, and I have very minimal tools because everything's in the studio. So I'm using watercolor brushes with acrylic paints, and I understand why watercolor is specific to watercolor brushes and acrylic paint is specific to acrylic paint brushes. But here I'm just putting in a watercolor background, a rosy pink, and I've dried it, and now I'm drawing out, sketching roughly out my composition. I have a picture that I'm referring to just to get an idea of what I'm doing. So this is really random. I just wanted to do something. This is a few nights ago, late at night, and I just wanted to just stop and slow down. So I'm using baking paper here for my very minimal palette, but I will add colours to this. So now I'm going to go on and block in. I'm going to block the vase in, as you can see, with acrylic paints, and I'll block in some flowers and leaves. So the reason, yes, back to that, the reason for doing this is to just forget everything and just play. Break rules if I wanted to. Don't worry about what people think or expect, whether I'm doing this right or wrong. I just wanted to paint something. And these are the tools: a bone folder for a palette knife and an old credit card for the palette knife. So now I'm adding in the leaves. Very sketchy. This whole painting is going to be very, very sketchy. Like, it's just starting off very bold, but it's not going to end up that way. So it's going to be very light, airy, with a bit of a scratchy, rustic feel to it, I would say. So I'm going on with the next layer. So as you will see through the process, I'm just layering up, layer after layer, and I do dry between layers. I just don't put that in as if you're going to really want to watch me dry a painting. Having trouble with that pink paint. It's in the last legs in the tin, and it was quite thick. So now here's the next layer on the flowers. I know I can remember. I remember me thinking, gee, I hate that green. Throughout the whole thing, that green just annoyed me. The leaves were frustrating me. So, but hopefully by the end of it, it's all pretty much, I'm happy with the outcome. I think I was talking with my brush there. This is strange doing a voiceover. I don't usually do voiceovers. But I hope everyone is keeping well. I'm using a metallic paint here, and this metallic paint's not very opaque. And then I'm adding some yellow just to sort of add a little bit more colour and depth to the highlights, or whatever you want to call them, to the leaves. Again, still not liking it. And here I've added neon pink, which I absolutely love neons. Doing another layer. The bone folder was being a real pain because there's no flex in it. It's not flexible at all, as you probably all know. So I'm having to turn the book around, and manage it that way. In the future, I'm probably going to be changing my channel a little. I think it's about time for an update. Come back a bit more fresh and yeah. So expect a video about the name change. I hope I can get the name that I want. But I'll keep you posted. Here I'm doing a table, just putting in something to ground the whole thing. And of course a table would do that, wouldn't it? But still keeping it soft. Fixing up the jar because the jar got a little lost in the mess. Again, the credit card. I don't know if I mentioned it, but that credit card got hacked. Was not very happy. Someone was using all their purchases through Afterpay on my card, and they were in Melbourne, which is 5 hours away from me. So I'm in the country, and yeah, thought things were getting a bit strange. But anyway, especially Uber Eats. We've got one taxi where we live. Oh my goodness. So I've given it a shadow and just roughen it up a bit. Bringing in the white again, I think. Oh no, I'm doing the yellow on the flowers now. That's right. Just to give it a little more touch of colour. Nothing major. Just a hint. And I suppose the beauty in this is if you don't like it, you just cover it up, which is what I do with I come back in for one more layer, and I just take some of that yellow out. I'm just bringing in a little darker touch just in the centre parts there of the flower. And now we're down to the last finishing touches. Just highlighting it again with a bit of white. Alright, there we go. That's the end of it really, guys. I'm really glad how this ended up. And for those who haven't subscribed, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up, turn notifications on, all that jazz. And guys, just bless yous, take care at this time. And yeah, I'll post some more. Bless yous.